Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Quite excited today. Got a new shifter, which I've wanted one for quite a while. So what I'm going to do is, let's have a look. The Thrustmaster TH-8A I've had for a while. Only used it a handful of times. But it's not been that ideal to use, at least on the next level racing rig, because the way that this mounts, it's very low. Excuse me. So to bolt it down, you do that, and what that means is I have to kind of reach down to get it. It's not in a good position for me. There's not much you can do on the next level racing rig to raise it up, so I didn't really use this that much. Now this is a pretty good shifter. The shifting feels pretty good, and you can change it from H pattern to sequential with the use of the plate that comes with it that you put on the top. So yeah, let's put that to one side. Now I was looking at the, what was it called, the Q1 sequential shifter, which looks by Simagic. It looks absolutely stunning. However, the reviews I was watching, it just looked like it would be way too loud, and it's a bit of a shame because it looks really stunning. But then I thought I could do with H pattern as well, so well, let's just bite the bullet and get something half decent. So this is the Simagic DS-8X, and it comes in at £398 plus postage. I purchased this from Race Anywhere, and it was literally dispatched in under 15 minutes of me placing the order. They'd sent me a tracking number, so it's just turned up today. So I'm really excited to try it. Now what I've got here is, I'm going to be trying this on two rigs. So the Next Level Racing GT track, this is the shifter mount. It's got no height adjustment. All you can do is move it forward or back slightly. There's a handful of holes for where you want to put it. From what I can tell, I've looked at the measurements online. This is the plate that goes on top of it. This should fit perfect, just straight on, nice and easy. And it'll be sitting on top of it, so it should be much higher up, and it should be spot on. Now this is the mount that I haven't used yet for the GT Omega Prime rig, and from what I can tell, even with all these holes, I'm not going to get 4 bolts in. I think I can get 3 in, two across the bottom here, and then one, I think there, or there. So yeah, more than enough. But also this comes with some T-nuts. So if you've got a profile rig like the Prime, you don't really need this. You can just use 2 bolts, mount it with 2 bolts straight into the profile, and slide it along to whatever position you like. Yeah, so let's get it bolted to well, we'll try it on both of these. We'll get it out of the box, and I'll just move the camera around and let's get cracking. Okay, let's get this bad boy open. Right, so we've got a bunch of stickers, quick start guide, bunch more stickers. More stickers, they definitely give you enough stickers. Excellent. Right, so this is a USB Type B to Type A cable. Hopefully it'll be long enough so I don't have to run an extension or anything. Okay, let's just get this unwrapped. Oh, it's good good 2 meters, I'd say that is. So that should be plenty. Oh, something a little baggy in here. Okay, so these are the tools and some T-nuts as well. T-nuts, bolts. These 2 little balls. This is how you adjust the tension. These are spares. So if the ball for the tension wears out, I'm not sure exactly how long they last, but you just take the bolt out, drop another one in. It pushes against a spring. So yeah, good that they give you a couple of spares. Keep them safe. And here we go. It's pretty heavy. It's not far off 2 kilograms, I think. Alright, everything is out the way. Okay, now that feels extremely nice. It's on a different level to the TH8A, which you expect for you know, for the price. So this is how you switch from H pattern to sequential. Yeah, there's a fair amount of tension there, and then turn that to H pattern. So it's got 8 forward gears and reverse. So you go through the 6 as normal, and then a bit like a Vauxhall, pull the collar up to go into reverse. Reverse is left and up. If you want to go into 7th, pull the collar up all the way over to there, and then you can let go of the collar, and then if you want to go into 8th, you can just pull it down without lifting the collar. To be honest, I can't think of any cars that I'll be driving that will use 7th or 8th in a manual shifter, but it is there. So that's the grub screw that you tighten and loosen to change the amount of tension that you want on the gear shift. You can also undo that nut, take the gear knob off and change it. Simagic do a few different ones. I quite like the tall thin one. That would be quite good for sequential, but pretty sure this is a standard thread, so you could probably put pretty much anything on there, like from Sparko or something. Right, now the mounting options, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the holes you use to bolt it from underneath. Then you have these slots. The middle one will be ideal for using your T-nuts to bolt it straight to profile. And I mean, I'm sure two bolts should be more than enough bolting it down to profile. But yeah, we can get all 4 in, I think, on the GT Trax mount. There's your USB Type B. So I like that it's at the front, because on the Q1 I noticed the Type B, they've got one on each side instead of being at the front. So you have the Type B sticking out of the side, and I wasn't that keen on that, but that's exactly the place where I'd want it. Right. So let's see if you can see how this would go if you were mounting it to the prime. I mean, if I put it on my prime rig, I'm probably not going to use this, to be honest. I'll just bolt it to the profile. But if you did want to use this, let me just see which holes would line up. Okay, we could get one through, you see, at the end over there, and then at the back here there'll be another one that you can reach. If you have it like that, you can get these two towards me will actually go through, but then you don't have one at the front lining up. One, two, yeah, you could get three in from there. So yeah, you'd think with all them holes that they would all line up at some point. But yeah, probably going to get two in, possibly a third. So I'll find out when I go out, put it on, because I will try it on that. Now this one should just line straight up. Let me just... Yeah. So for the GT track, I don't know how well you can see that with the lighting, but 4 holes will line straight up. Right, now this goes on like this. So, yeah. Right, let's check out the hardware. Keep the T-nuts in the back because we're not going to be using them for the other rig. Right, let's just see how deep these holes are, because this is quite a thin plate and there's a chance that these might bottom out before it can grab. So yeah, that's bottomed out. So I've got some washers here ready for doing this. There we go. Right. Okay. So let's put the washers and the bolts ready so that they're ready to go. Actually, I don't think. we go. Having it over the other side of these two bolts. This bolt interferes with the nut there. So this should. Yeah. That'll work. Bear with me so that I can see this last bolt properly. Right then. Got all 4 bolts in. These 2 ones that are close together just about clear the nut that's in there. Right then, I'll just nip these up. Okay, there we go. That's mounted, so that's going to be, when that's next to me, that'll be nice and close. And this will be much higher than, if I compare, actually let's just put these side by side for a minute. There you go, you can see the difference in height and why this was a bit tricky to reach when I was using it. Right, so I might need a couple of washers. Let's have a look. There we go. So that'll go on there. Now this is, let's have a look. So this plate, excuse me, is just slightly bottoming out on the heads of these bolts instead of the nuts. So just drop a washer on. There we go. That's all sorted. So now what we'll need to do, just drop. So it's hard to show this. It's getting heavy now. Don't need to be super tight, but there we go, just nip them up. There we are. So that is how that's going to sit on my left now. And then there's space there for putting a handbrake, which I'm hoping to have soon. So that's that is really heavy now. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to go and bolt it on now and give it a go, and then I'll be back in a mo. Okay, so here we are in RFactor 2, and as soon as I plugged the shifter in, Windows recognised it and set it up. Now I've jumped into RFactor 2, and the way to set this up, I have shift up and down set to my paddles on the car control section. That's for GT3s, LMPs, that sort of thing. And then the gearbox, you just click on each gear, select the gear, it'll register it, move to the next, work your way through them, and that's that, the H pattern part done. The alternate shift up and down, that's when you switch it over to sequential and push forward and back, and then that's that. So RFactor should recognize, it should know what you're doing, basically. So I've jumped in the, I thought let's try a bit of a Caterham. Right. Oh, forgot the ignition. There we go. So the little bit of flex in the rig, the shift. It's nothing major, but it's not a profile rig. So I expected it's quite a heavy shifter. I expected it to move a little. Right, I don't know what the speed limit is for this pit. Hopefully it'll tell me when I start moving. So we're going around Laguna Seca. One of my favourites. Thought this might be quite nice in the Caterham. Try and stay under the speed limit. I'm doing 30 mile an hour, so let's see if that's alright. Okay, there we go. So the feeling of the shifts is that right. Let's try again. Feels really nice. Very authentic sort of clunk. It's not that loud either. I wasn't sure exactly how loud this would be, but I think it sounds, it's dampened enough that it's not bad. The Q1 I thought might have been a bit loud for me, so I'm glad I went with this. Oh, that's a track cut. Having this gear stick coupled with the Cammus C12 is a brilliant combo. Having a round wheel. Those little pop and crackles you get on the downshift in this. Oh. Don't know what the AI is actually like on this, so let's follow him for a minute. Follow his braking point. Is he braking? Oh, it's letting me through. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, we're gone. Oh, that's brilliant. Right, let's have a look. What should we try? Let's jump in one of the touring cars and we'll put it onto Sequential. So one thing that I knew about that I've seen in other people's reviews, when you tighten the nut at the back to change the stiffness, if you have the H pattern selected to be relatively stiff, when you switch over to Sequential, it might be a bit sticky and might not return on its own. So although it is extremely quick to just turn that and change between each mode, I'd keep the Allen key next to you so that you can just give it a twist. Oh, it takes a couple of seconds just to turn it, tighten it, or loosen it. Loosen it when you go to Sequential. So, right, we're now in Sequential. This is going to feel odd. Let's grab a quick drive of one of the... Got touring cars tonight. Got to drive the Cupra. So let's just have a little drive of this. So definitely, so far, brilliant first impression. And I'm going to have so much fun with this. I might do a bit of drifting, bit of rallying. Yeah, the sky's the limit now with a round wheel and a shifter. Can go through some of these cars when you're going through with a GT3 style rim, Formula rim. Cars like the Caterham, you just feel like you're doing it wrong. It just doesn't feel. You just crave for a shifter and a round wheel. So yeah, this is a great combo. I know people don't like Laguna Seca, but I love it. So it's one of my favourite tracks. We don't get to race it often enough. Right, so where do I... Let's just get closer. Should put the seat adjustment on a button rather than a rotary. Right, that'll do. Right, so back to left foot braking. Right. Let's go for a drive. We've got yeah, we've got a pit limiter, so oh. Oh, force feedback's a lot stronger in this than the Caterham. I think I need to turn the speed back down a touch. Braking way too early for that. Oh, this is epic. Oh, this feels so much better than using the paddles. Oh. Probably running a full tank as well. That's probably making it feel even heavier. Oh, forgot to use push to pass. I don't know what button I've assigned it to. Oh, I've been pit maneuvered. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that really is worth it. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Right, let's just exit that. So yeah, big thumbs up. Whether it's worth the price, only you can answer that. I mean, £398 is a lot of outlay. It's not the most expensive shifter out there. I mean, it's not even close. There's some really expensive ones out there that are totally out of my price range. For me, I think it is worth it. I'm going to really enjoy this. First impressions are just, yeah, absolutely. I love it. I can't wait to do lots of touring cars now. So there we go. I think I've covered everything. So like this video wasn't sponsored or anything. I just bought this and yeah, just thought I'd give you my opinion on what it's like. And I'll keep you updated if I have any issues or anything. but you'll probably see me streaming quite a lot of races now in this rig, just to use the shifter and the C12. It's a good combo. So yeah, brilliant. Right, thanks so much for watching, and I hope it didn't take too much of your time. So I shall see you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.